Okay, so numbers 1 through 4 want you to do point slope form, which is awesome because once you plug it in, you're already in point slope form and then you get to quit. On this one, you plug in the m, which in this case is a 3/5, and then x minus, and then this is what it looks like. This is where your x1 goes, this is where your y1 goes. So x1 is a -5, and y1 is a -4. Now this is you're done, but I would say go ahead and clean this up in the middle because minus a minus, that's just poor form. I would turn that into a plus. If I can. There we go. And if you want, you can turn that into just a minus. That's perfectly fine. Number 2, y equals the slope, which is 3, times x minus the x point, which is a -2, and then plus 0. So once again, I would clean that up to where it's x plus 2 in the middle, and you don't even have to do the plus 0 at the back if you don't want to. Number 3, y equals -2/5 times x minus -5 again, and then plus 0. And then the last one is y equals the slope 7/4 times x minus -4 plus a -3. So if you want that one to look pretty, it would be x plus 4 and then a -3. So your teachers are probably going to want to see this, especially if you're in pre-AP. Okay? All right, number 5. Now we're going to do slope-intercept form. So our goal is y equals mx plus b, and they're giving us in every problem, they're giving us the slope and the y-intercept. So honestly, these should be the easiest ones on the page, as long as you knew which equation you were supposed to be using. And you did not mix up, hopefully you did not mix up your slope and your y-intercept, but if you did, you can go back and change it. I'm not talking much because I'm just mathing. Okay, there it is. So I just plugged in the m for the m and the y-intercept for the b and just recopied everything. So that's what those should look like. Number 9. Now they're giving us a picture and they want to know the y equals mx plus b. I know I did not do this in notes, but we did it the week before where you had to look at the picture and find the slope. So first thing you need to do is find m, and then you need to find your b, and then we can write the equation. So the slope, if you look at it, it looks like it's going down 1 and over 1. So if you're going down 1 and to the right 1, then your slope is -1, okay? And the b is the y-intercept, and this one crosses the y-axis at 3. So your answer is going to be y equals -x, or -1x, that's fine, -1x plus 3, or just -x plus 3. Number 10, same thing. We're going to look for my y-intercept's really easy. I'm staring at it, so let me write that down. The y-intercept is -2. That's where we cross the axis. And then it looks like it goes up 1 and over 2. So if you're going up 1 and over 2, then that means your slope is 1/2. So y equals 1/2 x plus a -2, or you could just say -2. Alright, cool. Now we get to the not so fun ones. These are the ones that, when I said it's a time-consuming assignment, I was talking about these. Takes a little bit of doing. Now if you did it like I did, you're first going to start with your slope. And to find slope, you're going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And you're going to have to get this answer. This looks like it's a 5/2, okay? Then once you get that, I like to use point slope form. So y is equal to m times x minus, okay, the easiest point for me to use looks like 0, 2. So you can use either point you want. I'm going to use 0, 2 because it looks easier. And then all I have to do is distribute. So 5/2 times x is 5/2 x. And then 5/2 times 0 goes away, and then I recopy the plus 2, and now I am done. So I hope that went okay. I'll slow down a little on number 12 in case you need further explanation. The first point is 3, 1, and the second is 4, 4. So this is my x1, y1, x2, y2. My first step is to find slope. So here's the formula. And I'm just going to plug everybody in. So y2 is 4 minus y1 over x2 is 4 minus this one. 4 minus 1 is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. So the slope is 3. Okay? Now I use point slope form. So point slope is this formula. And I'm going to plug into that. So y equals my slope of 3 times x minus. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this one just because it doesn't really matter which one you use and they're both equally pretty. So my x1 is 3 plus my y1 is 1. Now I distribute. 3x minus, what is that, 9 plus 1. And then at the back, what's a negative 9 and a positive 1? Well, that would be a negative 8. And that would be my final answer. Awesome. Okay. 13, I'm going to go back to Speedy Gonzalez mode where I don't write every little step down. I'm going to find my slope first. So I'm going to do the y2 minus the first one, y1. Then I'm going to do the x2 minus the first one. So that's going to be plus a positive. So that looks like it's a negative 2 over 4, which is negative 1/2. Now, y equals m times x minus x1 plus y1. So which point do I want to use? It really doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and use the first one. So the x1 is a 0, the y1 is a negative 1, and then I'm going to distribute. Distribute. That's a 0, and I'm finished. You could do plus negative 1, same thing. And then the last one. Y2 is negative 4, y1 is negative 4, all over x2 and x1. So we've got plus a positive, 0 over 1. Okay, 0 over anything, guys, is 0. So then when I go to the next step, I have a 0 out here times x minus something plus something. So what's the x1, y1 you want to use? Let's just use the first one. The x1's a 1. The y1 is a negative 4. And so when I distribute this, everybody zeroes out. So it's 0, 0, and then plus negative 4. So that would be my answer. This is still an equation. It's still a linear equation. It actually looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the equation. So it's still a line. It has a slope of 0, and it is in mx plus b form. It's just that that is a 0. The slope is 0, but it's still in the correct form. So hopefully that went well. We'll do some more practice with that. That leads into the next week when I see some of you in tutorials.